Hey, hey. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Tell me if my audio sounds a little different today because yesterday I sneezed. And before I felt the sneeze coming on. So I hit the mute button on my microphone that I've been talking into for 562 episodes. John, that 70s card show said your microphone didn't mute. And I thought to myself, well, I hope I, I hope I'm not just talking into this microphone to talk into the microphone. Sure enough, I was. Just this morning, I looked and I'm like, I'm gonna go double check the microphone setting. And sure enough, I've been talking just into the computer audio microphone and not the actual microphone. So this has just been for display for who knows, maybe the entire run of this series. I don't know if the microphone. Let me know if the microphone, if the audio quality is better or worse today. Because if it's worse, I'll just put this microphone because it's clunky. But if it does sound better, then good. But I haven't been getting my money's worth for a year and a half. What is up? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. John is with us. What's up, John? Ed finally back home. Congratulations to Ed. A big wedding this past weekend. Card Hobbyist, good morning to you. Victor is with us. What is up? I don't really have much to talk about today because I'm saving it for another video, which I mentioned. Tom Brady is one of your advertisers, by the way. Hey, it fits sports. There might be some, there is some Tom Brady cards in the collection that I viewed last night. Now, I'm not going to go into too many details because I'm going to save it for the next video and I can share some pictures from last night. Jenny, what's up? So I did go view the collection last night. Spent almost 2 hours with John, another dealer from my Madison card show. So what I will tell you this morning on Hobby Evolution is we spent 2 hours looking through cards. I did share a couple pictures on my Twitter feed last night. And we put an offer in. So offer pending. So we shall see. That's what I'm going to say. There will be another video. I'll probably record the video right after Hobby Evolution. I probably end this video, go eat breakfast, come back down and do a video and share pictures. I took some pictures of what the collection entails, aside from the video that I published yesterday, but I'll give you a little more insight into what we did last night, how we how we went about going through all of the cards a little more thoroughly, because I only spent 45 minutes to an hour the first time I looked at the collection and didn't really put much thought into like, oh, this is a big collection. It's probably not for me, what it all entails. But then John also looked at the collection a few weeks ago and then got to talking. Hey, you like this stuff. I like that stuff. Let's go in together, split it up. We can make a video of it. So I kind of explain in more detail about that whole process in the last video I put out yesterday, the collection part 1. So part 2, I'll upload later this morning and give you a little more insight into what went down last night. There's John talking about Tom Brady. Jenny D. Pyers, good morning. May the 4th be with you. John says, I've never wanted to be a different John Moore. TD Sports Cards, what is up? Good morning to you. If anybody has any topics they want to touch on, I really don't have anything to talk about because yesterday, all that I did yesterday was ship. I did finish. I kind of sorted all of my Bowman from the 27 blaster. So I am going to talk a little bit more about Bowman today. There's Herman. What's up, Herman? So I basically sorted my Bowman singles that I had ripped into like Chrome first, Chrome prospects, and then paper, so inserts. So I did that. I did list some first Bowman papers. I think I uploaded about 56 yesterday. So I still have a ton of singles still to go. The Ellie De La Cruz getting a lot of views on eBay. I've only received a few offers. My $2,500 price tag is more than it's worth. From what I'm seeing, at least in this current market. Um, but I have taken some offers, and there's been some good offers. So I think it's at some point this week it's going to sell, and I think that card alone. Well, I know just from the offers that card alone will make my Bowman Blasters a profit with just one card. So that's good. So did some sorting, and that's kind of on the docket for today. I need to do some more sorting. Not sort actually not sorting, listing. I need to do some more Bowman listing. So I'll probably finish the papers, and then I'll probably put some rookies. I know Juan Yepez. He's a rookie in Bowman. He's like hit like 10 home runs in the minor leagues so far. So he's selling for about $2 for a Bowman rookie card, which is really good for Bowman rookie cards. Let's see. Jenny says, let's talk Bowman. How's your sales going? Would you buy blasters in bulk again? Would you avoid hobby always now? That's a great point. I'm going to get to the other comments, but I'm going to circle back because that's actually what I wrote down today in what I wanted to touch on about Bowman. Herman's trying to get to Dallas. That's awesome. I cannot make Dallas. I have something going on every single weekend in the month of May, and most of them revolve around card shows. So this weekend is Mother's Day, so I'll be heading down to my hometown, Anawan, Illinois. I'll be hanging out with Mom. The following weekend is the Northern Illinois Card Show in Rockford. The following weekend after that, which I think is the weekend of the Dallas Card Show, like that May 21st, that Saturday the 21st, I'm setting up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. First time I've set up in that area. Matt Lambrick, who is a dealer at my Madison Card Show, he's running a 100-table show up in Green Bay. There's some autograph. He's got Chester Markole, the old Green Bay Packers kicker or punter. I can't remember. He's one of the two positions. He's going to be there signing autographs. Who else is going to be there? Kurt Benkert, backup quarterback for the Packers. He'll be signing autographs. So I'm looking forward to the Green Bay Card Show on May 21st. So I'll be there, 2 tables full of bargain boxes. And I haven't decided. I'm always trying to find different ways of what's going to move. My dollar boxes just haven't been getting much traction, and I think it might be because I have them in card savers, and card savers don't fit inside box, so it's just a mess. So I've actually started to consider, and here I go off on a tangent. I was talking Bowman, now I'm talking card show setup. I've considered, and this is something that I'm like really typically against, and that is dollar boxes just in penny sleeves. But here's why. Hear me out. Here's why. I would do dollar boxes, and they're not top loaded or in card savers. They're just in penny sleeves, but there's a fill a box option. So you put 100 count boxes, and you can fill a box for $60. So you're getting the dollar cards for 60 cents when you fill the box. And hey, you might be able to fit 110 cards in there, and you get $10, an additional $10 off. You're already 40% off. So that's something I've been throwing around, but I've got my dollar boxes in card savers. So possibly June, maybe even into a July show that I would do, but it won't be at either May show. So I'll be set up at 2 shows this month. Rockford in 2 weeks, and then Green Bay on the 21st. So I will not set up at my show on the 28th in Madison. But I'm just going to do quarter boxes for the next 2 shows. I'm going to do strictly quarter boxes. If if I can get more made, which that's the big if. Otherwise, I'll probably just do hybrid, both quarter boxes and dollar boxes. Okay, so let's go back to more. Let's see. So the card hobbyist says, will post office ever start scanning standard envelopes? Probably not. It's a third party. It's not with the USPS. So the USPS does not scan standard envelopes. So if the post office did start scanning envelopes, you're not going to be paying 53 cents or 73 cents or 93 cents. It's going to be significantly higher. So you actually don't want the post office to scan those because you'll be paying a lot more. John says, Herman, we can hook up after this. I love it when a plan comes together. Get Herman to Dallas, and I'll live vicariously through everyone in Dallas. What's up, Zach? Good morning. Jenny says, card hobbyist, are you having issues with scans on 93-cent envelopes? I've been told those won't get scans. They get hand sorted as non-machine. Herman says, do you decide not to grade it? I haven't exactly. And Herman's talking about the first Bowman Chrome yellow auto Ellie De La Cruz that I pulled. It's currently in my eBay store. So I haven't completely thrown that out. I'd like to just sell it raw because I can sell it raw and make a profit off all the blasters I bought right off the bat. I've never graded a card. I've thought about expressing it. So I'm not completely dismissing grading it. I'll probably have to make a decision in the next couple days because today's hobby release day for Bowman. And I want to get it graded fast. But who knows? He's a 20-year-old prospect in high A. So it's kind of one of those things where I may just, be patient. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do with it. So we'll see. Jason, what's up? Good morning. TD Sports Cards. That's always good. One card profit. Look at Herman. Addicted to flying. I think Herman loves flying. I think he likes the actual flight, but not the preparation and the security. But who does like the rigmarole of going through all that BS at the airport? Card hobbyist says the 51-cent envelopes made sure not to cover the barcode either. Is that the Lambeau show? It's not at Lambeau. It's in a hotel. Let me see. Green Bay Card Show. I'm not sure if they have a website. Paul Kaufman also going to be there. Paul Kaufman, Chester Markle, Cole Van Lannen, KI Convention Center on Main Street. I don't think they have a website, but doesn't look like they have a website. But what did I say? KI Convention Center in Green Bay. Let's see. Jenny says May 21st Green Bay show is my birthday. We also have one in my town that day. Going to be a good birthday. Heck yeah. Birthday card show on your birthday. Travis, good morning to you. Card Hobbyist says bulk discount on dollar cards is good for the bargain hunters and box diggers. Absolutely. I do that for my 25-cent boxes. And it's weird. Some months they fly through and they're a huge success. And then other months it's like, I can't believe nobody's taking advantage of this. The last Rockford show, I had great success. I sold a whole bunch of 100 count boxes at $20 per box, but other shows, they just haven't moved. I did have one person, and the reason I got the idea was from one person who said, and he kind of joked, he goes, can I fill a box with these cards? And I'm like, not for $20. And I'm like, maybe I could move because I really don't move that many dollar cards out of my dollar boxes. And they're really good. Like I've considered just putting them in my eBay store inventory because I know I can sell most of them for $3 to $5. And at this point, now that baseball started, possibly even more, there's probably some good stuff, some hidden gems in there. So Diego, what's up? Baseball cards are evil. Where are we at in the chat here? Ed says Dallas in 23 is on my list of things to do. I think I'm with you on that. We can coordinate because I don't think 2022 is going to work for me. But 2023 definitely. Jason says, take your profit and move on. That's what I'm all about. Turn and what is it? Turn and burn, burn and turn and burn, whatever it is. Jenny says, what do you think a card shop would offer you on the card if you walked in today with the card to sell? I wonder because you'd avoid fees and hassle of returns. Just a thought. Less than my net on eBay. I think it would be significantly less than my net on eBay. Jenny says, KI Convention Center. John says, flying is much easier with pre-check and clear. I totally agree with that. Andrew, good morning to you. John says, I was under the impression that grading 1 of 1 is futile as the pop will always be 1. So here's, and I get this argument. This is not a 1 of 1, by the way. This is numbered to 75. But I do get the argument. Well, yeah, it's always going to be a pop 1. But here's the thing. Basically, when it's a superfractor 1 of 1, the slabbing process is not about the grade. It's about the protection. So I think if I had a Cubs superfractor is like still on my want list. I don't have like, I think I have a superfractor. I've got like a Bowman Platinum superfractor. I've got some of the Panini. They're not superfractors, but they're 1 of 1s. But every once in a while I look around. I've put some offers in for some Dylan Cease superfractors. There's actually like 2 on eBay. But I'm not going to pay superfractors get like this. Well, they're listed at premium. I don't think they really, if they go to auction, they really sell for a lot less than what most are listed for. But I would want it slabbed just for the protection, not for the grade, but for the protection. And, I know if you would submit, like say you sent a modern 1 of 1 superfractor and it got a 7, it might actually hurt the resale price because of the grade. But I don't think anything above like an 8, I guess a 10 would probably be command a premium, but I think an 8, 9 would just be, you're just basically slabbing it for the protection. Andrew asked, what did you get for the De La Cruz? It's not sold yet. That's actually what we're talking about right now. I've taken a few offers, but I'm holding out, which usually some of in fact, actually though, a couple of the offers we've actually countered back and forth. So I know there's some room and a deal could get done. But I'm willing to be patient with this. It's been on eBay for like 2 days. So I'm willing to be patient. I am surprised of the lack. I thought I would get a lot more because I don't think I even put a minimum. Sometimes I put a minimum just to weed out the $20, the losers that send $20 offers. But I'm surprised by the lack of, and it could be my price. I've got the list price is $2,500. It's not worth $2,500. Maybe someday it'll be worth that. But right now, I don't think that's what the market commands. But it's not too far off. Travis says, what's the best direction to go if I want to sell a lot on eBay by team, set, or player? I would say player. And I know Ken Beans B Card Blog has great success. He's the king of player lots. If you're not subscribe to his channel if you're not already, and he has great success with it. I've taken his idea. He, when he was having some early success with it, I tinkered around with it. So pretty much I'm doing like Reggie Miller. I sold a Reggie Miller lot recently. And I think it was like a 6-card lot for, I don't know, $4. And you send them standard envelope PWE in card savers. So basically like 6 to 8 card player lots, and they can sell for $4 to $5 depending on the player. So I would definitely recommend player lots as opposed to set or team, because by set, they probably won't move because not too many, people are looking for certain numbers, and, you have a lot of, say, 6 cards. They may only need 1 card, and they don't want to buy all 6 and have 5 duplicates. Team is kind of team maybe, and I'm a team collector, but very rarely do I buy smaller team lots. When I'm buying Cubs team lots, it's a big lot for low money. So I would recommend player lots. Jenny says, I totally hate the Pop X when it's some random card. Like, yeah, it's Pop X because no one else graded it. That's true. I'm not big into the grading game, and I hear that pop. Oh, it's a Pop 2. It's like, but I'm not like I don't, and I think Jenny, you're like me. You're not a grading. You don't get into grading. So to us, it's not important, but it's probably important to. It must be because I hear it often when it comes to slabs. Is the pop, and in some instances, like the 1986 Fleer basketball set, I think it's Johnny Davis, maybe. There's a card in there that is like notoriously off-centered. So there's like and it's probably a Pop 1 or 2 or 3, like PSA 10, and it sells for like tens of thousands of dollars in that grade because it's such a low pop. And the reason it's low pop, not because nobody's grading it, because it's such a condition sensitive, I think with centering on that card issue. So that's the case in many. And I know like with O-Pee-Chees are notorious for being low grade. So when it's a low pop on stuff like that, it is important. Zach says, Michael Scott meme, thank you. Good morning, all. What's up, DR? Back at you. Let's see. Ken just posted a video yesterday about superfractors. Check it out. Nice. I have not seen that video. I will go look at it later. The card hobbyist says, I've heard the argument that parallels are manufactured scarcity, but aren't all cards of manufactured scarcity. I consider grading third-party conditional scarcity outside of authentication. I don't know. I mean, that's a point that I haven't really thought of. I don't really have an opinion one way or another on manufactured scarcity for parallels. You look at Panini and they have like 60 parallels. Yeah, I don't know. Mark, good morning. Mark Hoyle is with us. DR, until we have a tool that tallies all grading companies, numbering the population counts are always a bit misleading. Yeah, and that's another reason why, like the whole grading thing, the different. And I'm an SGC guy, yet I've never graded a card, but I like SGC because I like their slabs the best. And I understand that, especially on modern, their resale value is not to where PSA is, but it is on some pre-war stuff. In fact, I think the highest ever card sold was in an SGC slab. Was it Honus Wagner or Ty Cobb? One of the tobacco cards was in a SGC slab. I'm going to go back to Jenny's let's go back to Bowman talk. What did Jenny ask about Bowman? How's your sales going? What do you buy, blasters in bulk again? Absolutely. I've been doing it for like 5 years now. And I'm not looking back until Bowman hobby boxes come back down closer to retail prices. And they're not headed in that direction. I think they're going to be less next year. Well, unless there's another Jason Dominguez or Wander Franco, which there wasn't this year. There hasn't been in the last couple Bowman issues. But yet the prices are still $400 to $450 a box. Now, and this is what I wanted to talk about this morning. Hobby boxes on Topps.com went live for Montgomery Club members yesterday at $300 per box, which, you compared to what Blowout was selling them for last week, $450. It's like $300 is a deal. I think Blowout's down release week, actually down to $400, which sounds absurd. So you're looking at hobby boxes $300. I'm like, hey, $300, I might actually buy a box or two from the Topps.com website today when it goes live to the public. And then I got to thinking, that's pre-tax and pre-shipping. After tax and shipping, my price is going to be about $320. So $320 out the door for a box of hobby. You get 240 cards, so you're paying $1.33 per card, which is better than the current blowout price of $400 for a Bowman hobby box. That's $1.67 per card. You only get one chrome autograph in a hobby box. Now, you look at retail, you get a blaster box, and my after-tax price, if I go to Walmart, my after-tax price for a blaster is $33.74. You get 72 cards, you're paying 47 cents, but you're not guaranteed anything. You're guaranteed 72 cards and that's it. You might get 72, cards with no hits, which could be likely. In fact, in my 27 blasters that I open, I would say 35% of 30 to 35%, there was a hit. So most of the time, 65 to 70% of the boxes that I opened did not have any hits. So, you do that math. And so now it's up to, say, like 75. I'm paying $75 to get those hits, and it still may not be a chrome auto. Although in my odds, which I threw away, but I had them yesterday. So that's about what I was paying per auto, I think, over my 27 blasters. So then it goes up, and you're paying a little more price per card. What does that break out down to? Whatever it is. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. So $320 out the door actually isn't too bad of a price in comparison. Now I still think that's a crazy high price for Bowman, but in comparison with the current market, I think it's a good price. And the first Bowman papers are flying off my eBay store shelves at $2 a pop. The chrome, some of the chromes, they're coming down in price. My first Bowman chrome of Khalil Watson sold for 22. Now they're selling for 12 to 15. Ellie De La Cruz was selling for 20 a few days ago. They've dropped to about, I think, 8 is what my last one sold for. So the prices are falling on those base cards. So I probably won't buy any hobby boxes just because I just ripped 27 blasters, and I'm looking at this collection to possibly purchase that I'll talk about in a video that I'll release later today. So I think I'm done with Bowman, at least in the interim. I'll probably go look for more in a couple days when the retail shelves are stocked again on Friday. I probably will go look for Bowman on Friday. So we shall see. Let's go back to the chat some more. John says used to cost $7 for a box back in my day. I remember, and I was talking about this last night. We were going through, and I'll share this story because it's not really pertinent to the whole collection series of videos that I'll put out. But John, not John, that 70s card show, but the John that I was looking at the collection with last night, pulled out a couple of the F-Face Billy Ripken cards. And so I shared the story. My older brother was buying boxes of 89 Fleer. Now, I was 7-8 years old when that came out. So, I was spending, what was it, 35 cents a pack. So it was, so how much was, I think there was 36 packs in a box. So it might have even been 50, say 50 cents to be safe. That's $18, $18 for a 36 pack box of 1989 Fleer back in the day. So I'm like, man, my brother's throwing 20s around like he's rich. So yeah, back in the day. DR says I picked up 2 Charlotte Flair WWE Prism cards on ComC for $1 a piece. Lots of singles available for $1 or under. Even the big guys like Andre the Giant, Bret the Hitman Hart. Pretty cool. Pretty cool for those that didn't buy boxes of Prism. Thank goodness I did not buy. There's video proof that I was under consideration, that WWE Prism was under consideration for me to purchase at $1,000 for a hobby box. And look at that. Singles of Legends selling for $1 a piece. And there's a bunch of like no names. I semi follow the current WWE product, not much, but it's like some of these names are, who in the heck is this? So I am glad I did not buy any WWE Prism boxes. And last I checked, I don't even know what's the current market on hobby boxes. Let's go to Blowout. That's kind of my go-to for prices because it's always around the same. WWE Prism 2022. I know they were at $850. Oh, looks like they're still $900. $900. Blasters for $50. Jeez. Jeezooks. Let's see. Where are we at here? Jenny says, I would suggest save your money for the next Bowman release. You'll have more fun ripping the next. You got tons of already paid for inventory to list today. That's very true. Mega boxes will likely be out here probably in 2 weeks. Bowman mega boxes typically release a couple weeks after the flagship Bowman. So you know I love the Bowman mega boxes. I still have probably 30 between Bowman Chrome mega boxes and Bowman mega boxes from last year. I have about 30 that I'm just going to sit on. They're still actually, they haven't risen in value, but they also produced a lot more than past years. But the more time goes on, the more chance of a new breakout potential first Bowman inside those boxes. Let's see. Abraham, what's up? Good morning. I will catch most of this later, but wanted to pop in and say hi. Thank you. Good to have you in the chat, even if it's momentarily. Jenny says, oh, by the way, if someone needs a blaster of Prism UFC, I grabbed one at Walmart because I thought it was hard to find, but I want to try to get it in the hands of someone that truly wants to rip it and not flip. You know, I thought the same thing. When Herman and I went to Walmart on Friday, there was like a dozen UFC Prism boxes on the shelf, and I'm like, holy crap, there's Prism on the shelf. And I thought the same thing. I almost bought a couple just to sit on, but I practiced my method. What do you call it? My strategy of retail. Like, I'm going to only buy stuff, even if I have the intention to flip it, whether now or down the road, I'm not going to buy it unless I'm stuck with it and have to rip it. And UFC is not something that I would enjoy ripping because I don't follow UFC. If there was WWE Prism on the shelf, heck yeah, I would buy it, but I'd probably rip it. But I might be able to flip it. So that's kind of, I stuck to that strategy. I saw those UFC Prism. I'm like, hey, this could be, I could, sit on these, but if it's like, if they don't, and now, especially at the $35 price tag, they might only be worth $25. I think in the past when blasters have been $20, I think it was a safe bet if you sit on it. At worst, it's what, $15. Whereas a $35 blaster, at worst, it's $10 to $15, and you're out more money than if you paid $20 for it. Abraham says, I was finally able to watch Herman's video about his trip to Madison. Glad to hear it was a good time. Yeah, so check that out if you haven't watched it. Herman is 3B Collection here on YouTube, so give him a sub. Mark says, I would buy vendor retail boxes of 24 or 36 packs for $2.40 or $3.60 back in the day. Straight Execution, what's up? So you're saying Panini is going to overprint something? Shocking, right? I want to be renamed Hobby Box. 3B, Herman says, Bo, definitely going after the megas. And Jenny says, your self-control. Definitely going after the megas in a week or two, whenever they come out. And they kind of just pop them on us. So that's what I had for today. I don't think I had anything else. I was... Card show related. Madison Card Show is May 28th. That's the Saturday of Memorial Day. Across the street from Bratfest. So come out to the card show, buy some cards, go across the street, eat some brats, and listen to live music after the show. So that's Saturday, May 28th. 150 tables. We're going to be in 3 ballrooms. The main room upstairs along with a mezzanine, and then 2 ballrooms downstairs. Um, I was in communication with my contact at the venue yesterday. John, that 70s card show, made a great point of is there um, audio in that ballroom? Unfortunately, there is not. They hire that out. They have an AV company come out and do that. So unfortunately, that is out the window. So I'm just gonna stick to better signage, or I'll just have to yell. If I have to make an announcement, I'll just yell. um, so let's see what else did we talk about. So I'm gonna do some more signage. Trade night. There's potential of future trade nights at the Madison Card Show, which is something that I have no interest in, but I've had people come to me saying, "Hey, let's do this." And so as long as they do the logistics and legwork, I'll provide the space. So I did run that by my contact. Of course, they were all for it because I'm like, maybe we could do this in like the bar, because they have a significant bar area. Zach and Herman and Victor were all in there. And so there's enough for, I think, and I of course, and I said, and it would give the bar area some additional revenue. So of course, that made them happy. So those are some of the things we talked about. So May show is the 28th, Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive, free admission, tables available. So let me know if you're interested. Of course, the main room is sold out, but plenty of tables available in the downstairs ballrooms at this time, but they are going fast. Let's see. Jenny says, when I came to the hobby in 2014, I thought Bowman was its own company like Topps. That's, yeah. And, I probably did too back in 2012. Although I guess I did dabble. I was back and forth in the hobby throughout. Jenny says, Bo, by the way, it's garbage day. Oh, guess what? I took the garbage out last night. I came home. I got home at about 8 p.m. last night after looking at that collection. And it's still light out, which is crazy because I was wearing a winter coat. And it's light out at 8 p.m. because it's frickin' May and I'm wearing a winter coat. It's 38 degrees right now. May frickin' 4th, and it's 38 frickin' degrees. Anyway, so I came home and I'm driving through the neighborhood and I see other neighbors. That's really my reminder is if I'm outside and I see, oh, hey, tomorrow's garbage day. And today's also recycling day, which we needed it bad. So as I pull up and I'm going to take the garbage out tonight because I don't want to get doing stuff downstairs and then hear the garbage truck and I'm late because our recycle canister is overflowing, and even our garbage, which usually our garbage isn't usually that full, is pretty full. So the trash receptacles are on the curb right now. So that's one thing I don't have to worry about this morning on garbage day. And yes, I do need to mow. It's been so wet the last few days. It's rained. Smash that like button, says Diego. Yeah, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. DR says, why not sell the Bowman mega boxes and use that money to buy the collection? Because that's a great question. And here's my answer. The Bowman mega boxes that I have in my possession from last year, 2021, and I bought most of them on the secondary market for just a small markup, not a crazy markup. They haven't matured. So the Bowman mega boxes I have right now are like the U.S. Treasury bonds that your grandma gave you for Christmas. They haven't matured yet, so I have to put them away and let them mature. And in 30 years, I'll make $5. Actually, my mom used to give me, and like it was like a stocking stuffer when I was, in junior high school. I had them. I was going through like my safe last year, maybe last summer, and I had a whole bunch of them, and I took them to the bank, and they hadn't like completely matured, but it was like, I can't remember what the difference was. It's like Well, I think they were like 3 years from maturity or something. And I'm like, so what are they going to be worth in 3 years? And it was like dollars. It was like 1%. And it's like, I'll just take the money now. Instead of, you know, making an extra $12 in 3 years. So yeah, so my Bowman mega boxes are not yet matured, similar to treasury bonds. Do we think Bo is wearing pajama bottoms right now? Nope, I'm wearing jeans. Or am I wearing pants at all? That's the question. John Nolan was born in Philly, by the way, the more you know. John, we're learning a lot about Mr. John Nolan. May the 4th be with you. All that beer bottles from the big weekend party. Yeah, there's a lot of Bud Light, cans of Bud Light in there. No spotted cow. The one spotted cow that Herman had was at the hotel bar. Travis says, I'm ready for Series 2. Should be a hot drip. I'm excited for Series 2 because I'm hoping for Seiya Suzuki rookie cards in there. Jenny says, also, what's a week into the new method of custom SKU review? Amazing. I think I'm 4 times faster than previous. And maybe even more so, maybe 5 times faster. And I say that because typically I was always hovering around like 100 items to ship, and now it's down to like 25. But my sales, and I track my daily sales, my sales have not dipped. So that shows me the efficiency has increased just that much. So it's I would highly recommend doing the custom label SKU method on eBay, because there's no sorting. Like there's zero. So actually, the 4 times factor doesn't even take into account the actual time spent sorting into, last name or year, because that's completely separate. Like I'll spend 3-4 hours just sorting. So it's probably closer to 10 times faster because I don't have that time, and that can be utilized to do other sorting or to do more listing. So 4 times is just the actual, pulling and shipping method. So it's huge. It's definitely huge. Let's see. TD Sports Card says you need a few players to pop before you cash in on those megas. Absolutely. May take 3 to 4 years. 3 years is kind of the Bowman timeline. So unless something pops up sooner, which 3 years, I'm okay to wait 3 years to get that full maturity. We've been lucky to have a few young superstars the last few years. Travis wants some torque. Card Hobbyist says, just started eBay store. I use the box number, row number section as SKU. Cards unsorted. Absolutely. That's the method I did. Thanks to Paul Carl Cards. He's been in the chat here recently. I don't think he's in here today, but my initial was date and sport, but I went away from that and I went to box, row, tab. So each card divider. So it's like box 1, row 1, tab A, tab B, tab C, tab D until it's filled, so on and so forth. So I would highly recommend, if you're doing any type of volume with multiple boxes, it's awesome. And it shows up right when it's, your sales, when you're going through to ship items, it shows right up. This is the item that's sold. Here's the custom label SKU number right there with it. So you can go directly to it, save so much time, no sorting whatsoever. And I keep it to around 100 to 150 cards per, just so you're not going through, stacks and stacks of cards, because that takes longer. How long does it take to get the listing limit to grow on eBay? I started at 100, and just over a year later, I'm only at 220, even having it full. So you actually have to, if you're talking about limitations, you actually have to reach out to eBay and manually, you have to ask for those to go up. Otherwise, they kind of just keep those limits in place. So back in the day when I had limitations, I would have to call like every month, and they would raise it every month. And they would just kind of ask a couple questions, and it was, pretty monotonous. But now I think you have to go online. If you go into the help bar and do a search. Just go in, type in like raise your eBay selling limits, and there may be an online form that you have to fill out, or it used to be you had to call, but I don't. There's not many call options anymore. It's mostly done online, probably to expedite these processes. So that's kind of the process. So just type that into the search bar into help on eBay, and you'll have to do that manually, but you can do it like every month. So that's good. And eventually they just get tired of you calling. So I would do it like religiously every month, and eventually they just raise. So my current my limits are $2 billion and 2 billion items. 2 billion listings are my limits, which I think that's quite impossible to reach. Travis says, how long? Okay, we just answered that. Maybe I'll try it. Oh, and when I search file exchange on help, it pulls up how to create the template. So I guess I'll stick to my templates. At the bottom of selling page on the website, not the app, you can click request increase, bottom left side. There you go. Thanks, Jenny. Jason says, the last time I got close to my limit, it automatically increased. Interesting. I think Ken had to actually reach out last year. So I'm not sure why it is different with some sellers and different for others. You can call every couple months and ask. I've asked 3 times, but the last time they were generous. John has 2,091 Fleer. Nothing is impossible. Bo for billions. Okay, so here's a show 4 minutes in. I thought I was going to be done in 10 minutes. That seems to be the case every day when I say that. And here we are going on 47 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Later today, I will be putting out the part 2 of the collection video going over last night. I'll share some pictures of what all this collection entails, how the process went for John and I, and what we're doing moving forward. So that's coming up later today. There's Victor. What's up? John Keating, same. 2 billion Cubs project, no way. So again, thank you very much. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll talk tomorrow.